In the previous video, I left my girls and the region of Urubamba to fulfill my dream in Lima. I drove the mountain roads through rain, snow, and thick fog at night. I spent the night in what turned out to be a beautiful spot. The next day, leaving the mountains for the dry, high desert. I briefly stopped in the city of Nazca and then headed towards the desert of Ica for the night. Whenever I fill up at gas stations, I like to ask the workers how the pandemic has affected their region. Deep in the mountains, some people still don't even believe in COVID. Here, on the way to Ica, I was told that the situation was more or less. Translation, pretty screwed. The road towards Ica is one of the less inspiring in all of Peru. And the city itself, well, let's just say that I'm going straight past it into the desert. The outskirts of the city of Ica are littered with piles upon piles of garbage. I want to get through here as quickly as possible. To my mind, only the most poor and desperate must want to live amidst these conditions in these roadside shacks. Even in this middle of nowhere desert neighborhood, there's a church. A reminder of how universally important it is to believe in something greater than what we have.
People visit Ica. They usually visit 𝗿𝗿𝗃𝗃𝗃, the famous oasis. This is a road which few people take and fewer still see, I don't know, this apocalyptic kind of landscape as you've seen, but it gets pretty amazing and spectacular in just a little bit.
I finally break away from the outskirts of Ica and I'm heading deeper into the desert. After having fun driving on the sand, I find my place for the night. I've been to this part of the desert many times and I have my own little spots where I like to stay.
So that was a lot of fun, a lot of burnt fuel, and might seem completely stupid to some, but to me, well, it felt like freedom after not being completely free for the last year or so. That was cathartic. I parked the car in this bit of sand because it's less dusty here. The sand dune is just there. The road is not too far. I'd say it's a pretty good camping spot. I feel like a happy little kid at the moment. On top of the world, man. Or at least it feels like it. About 4 hours left until I reach Lima. Obviously I'm not gonna go tonight. I'm gonna stay here for the night, wake up early, and day 3 I will be in Lima. There are some sounds right now from the road, which is about 2-3 kilometers away, but at night this will be a real desert experience. Nothing. Silence. Only the wind. I've missed that freaking silence.
I was so excited and pumped that I crawled up this large dune. The sunset over the endless expanses was magical. For those of us who live in noisy cities, something as simple as a night in the desert is a truly unique experience.
So how about that, huh? Only the wind and silence.
Hey, a real quick interjection. In case you didn't watch the last video, I have to let you know 2 of my video courses are currently packaged together. They're on a huge sale. It's the course on travel photography and on photo processing, along with all the presets. Normally you would pay over $200 for both of them. Now you only pay $69.97. Now, these videos, these vlogs that you're watching, they are basically recordings of a period of time in my life which I found pretty special, and I wanted to document the final part of my journey towards achieving my dream. With photos, it's very similar. A big role of photography is to record our special memories. It's also to record those elusive, magical moments. It's not the only role of photography, but it's certainly a very big one. And with these courses that I've packaged together, the whole aim of them is to help you do this on a higher level than ever before. So the special will last for about a month. Yeah, that's about it. Back to the video now. I didn't have a great sunset, so I was hoping for a beautiful sunrise, but it was not to be.
It's just too cloudy again, but whatever, it's still been a magical experience. I'm gonna head off.
Fresh morning wind coming through the window. I'm heading towards Lima and I'm taking a shortcut through the desert. I can't resist a bit more sand driving one final time. I try to absorb this openness and this vastness as much as I can before I get to the crowds and the traffic of Peru's most populated city. Final leg of the journey. After waiting more than 4 months and driving over 1,200 kilometers, the moment of truth.
finally the reason why I've come so far.
This, on the right, is my new car with a camper on it. I intend for it to be our house and my office for the foreseeable future. This is Felipe, my friend and the best mechanic in Peru. He's made this whole thing possible. Alexis here is a part of Felipe's team, and there's another guy too, but he fell sick to COVID. As a result, all the work on my rig has been delayed. I'm here to speed things up a little, to help drive around and get some bits and pieces. We're hoping that everything will be done in about 3 days.
I was hoping that we would finish everything tonight, but we didn't quite. I'm at my friend's house in a regular residential neighborhood in Lima. You can hear all the dogs barking, the sounds of the city more or less. Not too loud because there's a curfew, so not as much life is happening. I'm exhausted from driving around getting more things. Hopefully tomorrow is the day. And hopefully today's the day. Hopefully today we finish.
We're so close now.
We were hoping to finish yesterday, but that's kind of been the story almost every day. We're still not finished, but it looks like today is going to be the day, simply because I must leave tomorrow or I'll be caught up in the lockdown for the Holy Week, and I won't be able to go then for a whole other week. So we really are very close. The guys are working hard, and we will finish today.
My drive here took me through some of the most spectacular scenery on the planet. I can't say the same for this, the view that I've had for the past few days.
After a whole day of hard work by the guys, we finally got light in the car. Yes, but it's night time, so I can't test the solar. ¿Qué piensas, Alexis?
Excelente trabajo. Sueño realizado.
Sí, parece.
Vamos a ver que todo esté ok.
Sí, con la prueba.
Claro, Michel.
De la vida.
Saludos.
I ended up having to leave a day later than I should have. Now I have a hell of a lot of distance to cover in just 2 days.
I'm wearing my celebratory pink shirt to commemorate the fact that I finally got out of Lima. I'm in one of my favorite places, Paracas. I came here to test the car. It's heavily regulated, but I've managed, and I think it's now time to continue my journey to what I've called home for the past year. If I wasn't so freaking exhausted, I'd probably be jumping for joy. But this is just a small detour. I have to keep going before they lock us down again for the Easter break. Man, I've needed about half an hour at least to calm myself down, to let the adrenaline go down. That was a close call. My first outing. I don't know why I keep doing this stupid shit. I guess it's my curiosity. I want to know what's around that corner. What's around that corner? What happens if you follow this road at night? and it looks like it's a shit road. But it said Cerro Blanco, which is like White Hill, which I don't know if that's the tallest dune, but it sounded familiar. So I thought, wouldn't it be great to wake up and see the sun rise over this freaking dune? But the problem is that the road really deteriorated. There was a part which was basically made out of dust, and one half of my car sort of slid into this crevice, and all of a sudden I was at an angle of about 30 degrees, and well, it was certainly no time to be filming, because I was thinking, shit, I'm gonna lose the car on the first time that I take it out. I managed to get out. This car has already had a test in one day, like some people maybe tested in months. As you can see, I'm in complete darkness. There's nothing around. The road is below, it's over there. I drove a few kilometers away from it. Gonna sleep. I've got to keep on going. I have a very long trip tomorrow, over 600 kilometers to make it to Yanawara, where my girls are. It is a long drive. I'm gonna try to sleep as soon as possible, wake up as early as possible, but I probably will wait until sunrise. I don't want to repeat driving in the dark and driving into this freaking crevice.
The rest of my journey in the next video.